So today we're going to be looking at work word problems with a twist, and the twist is that we're not looking at work but we're looking at eating grass, and we're not looking at workmen or workwomen, we're looking at goats, cows and sheep, but the method used is identical. Okay, so let's go. These are very common in GMAT and various college entrance exams, so it's well worth getting to grips with them. Now what we need to do is we need to define our variable. So let's let G be the goat work rate, or it would be work rate if the goat was building a house. So as it's not building a house, let's call it the grass eating rate, i.e. the fraction of the patch of grass it eats per hour. And then we can define C, which is the cow work rate or grass eating rate, the fraction of grass the cow eats per hour, and S is for the sheep, obviously, the work rate or the amount of grass eaten per hour, the fraction of grass eaten per hour. Now from the first one here, 2 goats, 1 cow and 2 sheep can together eat a patch of grass in 4 hours. So that basically says that 2 goats, basically, because if 1 goat eats this fraction per hour, then 2 goats obviously eats twice as much, and 1 cow add 2 sheep, for the same logic, equals, well, how much do they eat between them per hour? Well, if it takes them 4 hours to eat the whole lot, then they eat a quarter of the patch in 1 hour, and that is equation number 1. Let's have a look at equation number 2 here. I'm going to just keep it on the page. 1 goat, 2 cows and 1 sheep eat the same in 5 hours. So that's 1 goat add 2 cows add 1 sheep eats the patch in 5 hours, which means in 1 hour between them they eat 1/5. And then finally here, 5 goats, 6 cows and 3 sheep eat in an hour and a half. So that'll be equation number 3, which is 5 goats add 6 cows add 3 sheep. Well, if they eat it in 1.5 hours, that means per hour they get through 2/3 of the patch. And here we have our 3 equations, 3 simultaneous equations, 3 unknowns. Now normally in exams they will have 2 equations which are relatively similar, where you can eliminate 2 of the variables. And if we look at 1 and 2 here, we see that's 2g and that's 1g and that's 2s and that's 1s. So basically if we multiply 2 by 2, that gives us 2g add 4c add 2s equals 2/5. And then if we take 2 take away 1, that gives us that 3c equals 2/5 minus a quarter, which equals, therefore that implies that c equals 8 minus 5 over 60, which equals 1/20. So therefore, what have we found here? We found that the fraction of the patch of grass eaten by the cow in 1 hour is 1/20 of the patch. Okay, now what we can do now is we can put C back into our simultaneous equations. Let's put it back into 1. So 1 becomes 2g. All I'm doing is I'm putting C back into there. 2g add 1/20 add 2s equals a quarter, i.e. 2g add 2s equals 1/5. Just taking the 20th over there, and let's call that equation number 4. Okay, and let's have a look at equation number 3. 5g add 6/20 add 3s equals 2/3. That's equation 3 here, and just tidying that up we can get ourselves equation number 5, which is 5g add 3s equals 22/60. Now you can solve these simultaneous equations however you want to. Now what I'm going to do here with equations 4 and 5, just use whatever your favourite method is, frankly. So let's multiply 4 by 3, and that gives us 6g add 6s equals 3/5, and then 5, let's multiply that one by 2, and that gives us 10g add 6s equals 44/60. And then if we just take 1, we take 5, take away 4, that gives us that 4g equals 8/60, i.e. g, which is the amount the goat eats, is equal to 1/30. So the goat eats 1/30 of the patch of grass per hour. And then from there all we need to do is put g into either of those, and that gives us that s equals 1/15, which means that the sheep eats 1/15 of the patch of grass per hour. Okay, so now all we need to do is just complete the question. How long would it take 3 goats, 4 cows and 8 sheep to eat the patch of grass? Okay, well 3 goats, we know that 1 goat eats 1/30th, so 3 would eat 3/30ths per hour. And the cows, well we know that 1 cow eats 1/20th, so 4 cows would eat 4/20ths per hour. And 1 sheep eats 1/15th, so 8 sheep eat 8/15ths per hour. So that amount of the patches eaten per hour, and that comes to 50 over 60. And so therefore, how long does it take them to eat it? Well, it takes them 1 over 50 over 60, which equals 60 over 50 hours, which equals 1 hour and 12 minutes to eat the entire patch of grass. And there we go. Okay, well look, I hope you found this useful. I thought it'd be a bit of fun with cows and sheep and goats, but it's identical if it was two men, 1 woman and 2 dogs come together, build a house in 4 days. It's exactly the same method. You get simultaneous equations. We could, for example, have actually added a rabbit in here, so there'd be 4 different animals. You would end up here with 4 sets of simultaneous equations, which you solve, and then there will always be an answer like this once you've got the work rate or the eating rate sorted out. Okay, well I hope you found this useful. If you have, please like the video by pressing the little thumbs up button and subscribe to the Gresty Academy YouTube channel. Thank you.